My name is Joan Marie, and I am the co-founder of Compassionate Capital Region with Laura Hansen. And I'm so pleased to be here today to share with you the exciting things we're doing in Sacramento, and maybe you can implement some of them in your own locations. I started in doing peace work back in 2011 with producing the Day of Peace events through the United Nations. And in 2014, in the city of Carmichael, which I'm from, which is part of the Sacramento County, what we were able to do is we represented the United States along with 7 other countries in the world in planting a peace pole in our community that represented the foundations of peace prevailing on earth, and that was a really big honor. So one of the things that I learned from producing these events was the quote from Martin Luther King, that people who love peace need to learn how to organize as effectively as those who love war. And one of the things that I found is there's a lot of people in the peace movement that are working parallel. They have their own vision and they want to just keep moving forward. And so I think when we start working more as a whole, we're going to have a lot more rapid change happening in our communities. So Laura Hansen asked me to partner with her in grounding the compassion work in Sacramento. And one of the things that we did, because I am in the county, we discussed calling our location Compassionate Capital Region, which would encompass 7 counties, which is a really good chunk of Northern California. So we did that, and we have focused on Sacramento. And so in 2017, we were able to get the city of Sacramento to agree to begin the journey of becoming a compassionate city. Woohoo! So one of the exciting things about Sacramento is that is the capital of our state. So we very consciously focused on that, and we built up towards that. It took us about almost 3 years in 2017 is when the resolution actually passed with the city of Sacramento. And during that time, we consciously created compassion and action events going into communities and creating kind of just kind of block parties, so communities would get to know each other more and start hearing what's going on in your community. What are the needs of the people that are not getting met? So we could start really looking at each city, not to go in and try and fix them, but to figure out how we as individuals can become support for those communities. So that gave Laura and myself the idea of creating compassionate ambassadors. So as we were building an awareness in our communities, what we did was we got like-minded people that really wanted to participate in the work that we were doing to get more involved. So once the resolution passed, we kept it very simple. There's 5 basic points. The first 3 are kind of an overview of what the charter represents, the basic thing of treat people the way you want to be treated. But the last 2 are very focused on a personal level for Sacramento, on a way that we, as working with the charter and as on a local level with the Compassionate Sacramento, that we could hold the council members and the mayor accountable to have our focus kind of creating a true north of compassion as a compass point for our city. And so this is a way that if they are going off base, that we can pull them back, because they have passed the resolution agreeing that they will represent and come from a place of compassion, awareness, in the decision-making process for their city, which is very exciting. So what we've done with the Compassionate Ambassadors is that we have 8 districts in the city of Sacramento. So we have assigned 8 ambassadors, and they are each building their own team and network of people working within that district. We want people from the city. We don't want to come in as outsiders and try and fix things. So we really want to help build the power and empower the people in those districts to be excited about creating positive change in their community. So what we're doing as ambassadors is we are having individual meetings with the city council member of that district. And by doing that, we're finding out what the challenges are for each of the districts, for the council members in how they're working for the city. So as an ambassador, that creates and allows us the opportunity to become more of a bridge in that community for the people with their government. So what we're doing with this template is we're working on creating a training program for ambassadors. And so we're hoping that through getting more people involved, creating more awareness, that we're starting from the microcosm and building to the macrocosm. So as we move to the other counties and cities, that we have a template that they can use and create to fit their own needs, which I think is one of the most exciting things about the charter, is that it gives us plenty of room to really fine-tune what makes you a special city. And that to me is really exciting. So to summarize, what the other thing that I really encourage people to do is think about how you can be involved. I'm co-founder of Compassionate Capital Region. I'm a director of Compassionate Women and Girls. I lead B 2020, which is a webinar series to gather more women to get empowered in their own cities and grow the movement. So whatever you're doing, look inside. One of the biggest things I've learned from the peace work is to explore within myself where I'm at war inside myself and how to find peace with that. And that's what will create the most change within ourselves, within our families, within our communities, within our country, and with our human family. Thank you very much.